Hey Mustangs, welcome to Press Pass, SMU Spotlight on Sports. I'm Shelby Fishman, let's go. The SMU equestrian team is no longer allowing visitors at practice after multiple girls on the team test positive for COVID-19. This comes after the team's competition against Georgia on Monday. During practice and at meets, everyone on the team shares saddles and brushes that are not sanitized in between use. Equestrian team member Peyton Aberger is not allowed to practice with the team after testing positive for COVID-19 4 weeks ago.
That are not being sanitized is how it's going to spread, because I mean, we're having to wear a mask, which we don't have to wear when we ride, but when we're in the barn around people, we do have to wear it. But I think it's completely pointless because I'm still touching the same things that everyone else is touching. But
despite positive cases, the next event for the equestrian team is scheduled on November 8th at SMU against Auburn. While the equestrian team is dealing with COVID-19, SMU Football plays its 6th game this season, taking on Cincinnati. The Bearcats proved to be too much for the Mustangs, handing them their first loss of the season, 42-13. Cincinnati quarterback Desmond Ridder put the game away with a 91-yard rushing touchdown late in the 4th quarter. The loss on Saturday marks the first time in the Shane Buechele era that the Mustangs lost at home. SMU looks to bounce back next Saturday against Navy. Kickoff is set for 6:30 on ESPN2 in Ford Stadium. One player to watch as the Mustangs take on Navy is freshman running back Ulysses Bentley IV. Bentley has been added to the Doak Walker Award Watch list, which recognizes the nation's best running back for his success on and off the field. 600 total yards and 8 touchdowns have earned Bentley his spot as the only freshman to be named to the list. While Bentley and the Mustangs continue to be recognized, the hype continues to grow. SMU students across campus want to take part and show their support at the games, but some are not getting a chance to do so. SMU TV's Grace Lawrence joins us to tell us more.
The story behind the limited number of student tickets and the reaction across the hilltop. I'm SMU TV's Grace Lawrence and have the story for you. Student tickets sold out in less than 20 minutes for the SMU-Cincinnati matchup. That's a record for SMU athletics, and some students weren't able to get one to go to the game.
I tried maybe 5 minutes after getting the email, and then they were gone.
Students eager to see the contest between two teams ranked in the top 25 AP poll in person crashed the ticketing site by all logging in at the exact same time the tickets went live.
Yeah, I logged on a few minutes after 5, and there was the website was being really slow, and once I clicked it, it was just being really slow, but eventually it worked.
Due to COVID-19, all matchups this season are at 25% of the normal max capacity of 32,000, with 1,000 of those tickets allocated for students.
So us, TCU, Texas A&M, North Texas, I'm probably missing a bunch, but got together and worked together on it, but ultimately had to do what was best for them and their fan base at 25% capacity, whatever that looked like for their stadium.
Many students are also wondering why only 1,000 out of the total 8,000 tickets are set aside for them.
How can we accommodate as many students as possible while also still accommodating our season ticket holders, who are our base that keeps us afloat in a way? So it was kind of trying to find that balance between, again, our favorite fans and our fans that give us the most life, and then our most loyal group, which is our season ticket holders.
And the football team needs every type of fan they can get in the stadium with this unprecedented season.
Fans of SMU football are looking forward to continuing their support of the team for the rest of the season. The SMU men's swimming and diving team beat TCU in its first meet of the season last week. This is the first meet that SMU has competed in amid the pandemic. The Mustangs defeated TCU at SMU's Aquatic Center 101.5 to 138.5. Due to COVID-19 precautions, all swimming and diving meets and practices are closed to the public. The SMU coaches enforce safety precautions to protect their athletes. For example, when arriving at practice, each athlete's temperature is checked. Also, every athlete must wear a mask at all times except when they are in the pool or on the diving board. Junior Parker Hardigree, an SMU diver, praises the coaches for their efforts this season.
You know, being a student athlete here at SMU, it really means a lot to us that all of our trainers and medical staff here are going through so much to keep us all safe, and they're working extremely hard to make sure that we are able to have a season, and it really means a lot.
The SMU women's swimming and diving team also held their home opener last week. They fell short to TCU with a score of 175 to 120. Sophomore Nicole Stambo swept the diving events, receiving her first NCAA zone qualifying score of the season. In the swimming events, Olivia Grossklaas won the 200-yard butterfly, beating the second-place finisher by nearly 3 seconds. Both the men's and women's swimming and diving teams will be hosting the SMU Invitational on November 19th at the Robson and Lindley Aquatic Center. After the break, the NBA offseason is in full swing. Find out where some coaches are headed. Plus, the World Series had a wild finish. We'll tell you what happened. Stay with us.
Tryouts is really the first couple of weeks of training. Come out, if you can make it, then you make the team.
We try and get everybody in just because it's such an active sport. There's so much hitting all that, just to get people who need rest, get them off the bench, give everybody experiences like that.
We're really friendly out here. We need more people. And you're just going to feel like a brotherhood and feel like a family if you come out with us.
If you decide this is something you want to do, then you can play rugby at SMU.
For more information, please visit facebook.com/SMU Rugby Club.
Even as a period of cold weather comes over the SMU campus, former Mustang athletes continue to bring the heat across the professional sports world. SMU TV's Will Doughton has the details.
What's up, Mustangs? This is SMU TV's Will Doughton. Let's jump right into our ponies in the pros. In the NFL, league veteran Cole Beasley continues to impress in his second season with the Buffalo Bills. In Sunday's victory against the New York Jets, Beasley set a career high for single-game receptions and hauled in 11 passes for 112 yards, including this 22-yard gain. Beasley is having arguably the best season of his career so far and is on pace to have 1,000 yards receiving in a season for the first time. He has become a solid safety valve for quarterback Josh Allen, and the pair will look to continue to develop their rapport in a Week 8 matchup with the New England Patriots. On the soccer field, Eddie Manjoma continues to impress in his first professional outings with North Texas SC. In the team's final game against South Georgia Tormenta FC, Manjoma set up teammate Nicky Hernandez for the 47th minute equalizing goal off the back heel touch. Then, with the teams deadlocked at 1 in extra time, Manjoma netted his second career goal to lift North Texas to victory. Even though the team came up short of the playoffs, Manjoma's efforts helped North Texas finish the season on a high note. In just 5 games as a pro, Manjoma has proven himself capable of making a difference at the next level. On the golf course, Bryson DeChambeau continues to separate himself from others on the PGA Tour. With the Masters tournament beginning on November 12th, many of the tour's best are playing warm-up tournaments. The 2015 NCAA champion, however, is still working to increase his driving distance before the event. DeChambeau shared an update on social media Friday showing evidence of a 400-yard drive. For reference, the average drive on the PGA Tour in 2019 was around 290 yards. DeChambeau also hinted at the possibility of using a 48-inch driver during the event, which is the largest size allowed by the PGA. With DeChambeau's recent success in tour competition, other golfers are beginning to take note of his driving strategies and tactics. Notably, Phil Mickelson and Dylan Fratelli have also been trying out larger drivers in preparation for November. If the Masters tournament goes well, it could represent the beginning of a movement in the sport, ushered in by the former SMU great in DeChambeau. We will be sure to keep an eye on the results of that weekend. For SMU TV, I'm Will Doughton.
Thanks, Will, for that report. It has been an exciting start to the NBA offseason so far. Grace Lawrence has more on Full Court Press.
Hi Mustangs, welcome back to Full Court Press.
Our coverage has officially begun for the long-awaited 2020 off-season. The NBA Draft has set their date for November 18, 2020, and it will take place via video conference with Commissioner Adam Silver announcing the picks at ESPN headquarters in Bristol, Connecticut. Keep your eyes on prospects such as LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Danny Avdija, James Wiseman, Killian Hayes, and RJ Hampton. The teams with the top picks are the Timberwolves with the first, Warriors with the second, and Hornets with the third. Now in other news, the Players Union is unanimously requesting a higher luxury tax line for next season. They are lobbying for the tax level to come in at $139 million and apron at $145 million. If the tax stays flat at $132,000.7 million, the trade market will essentially become frozen, and this would only benefit the teams with cap space. And lastly, this offseason has come with a lot of movement of coaches as predicted. Stan Van Gundy has taken the job as head coach of the Pelicans, while Ty Lue has replaced Doc Rivers as the head coach of the Clippers. The Bulls have hired former Thunder coach as their new head coach, and the Rockets have yet to fill the vacancy left by former head coach Mike D'Antoni. This offseason is getting off to a very fast start already, and we'll be here to continue to update you as it progresses.
Thanks, Grace. Time now for an NHL update with Press Pass's Peter Warner.
Hey y'all, this is SMU TV's Peter Warner skating at you with NHL Powerplay. We are now well into the postseason, with the draft and many signings complete. There have been a couple offseason moves that still have been made. D-man Devin Tays signed a 4-year, $16 million contract with the Avs. Tyler Bertuzzi signed for 1 year with the Red Wings. The Sabres signed both Sam Reinhart and Linus Ullmark. Denis Gurianov of our local Dallas Stars signed for 2 years at $5.1 million. Other big news around the league are plans for next season. The NHL is hoping to start this new season on January 1st, 2021, with 3 exhibition games being played before. The exhibition games would begin December 26th. As of right now, it is unlikely that fans would be allowed at games, at least to start the season. There are talks of having some sort of bubble again for the league. One alternative is a new bubble format that is kind of a mini season. Teams would rotate out of the bubbles, giving them the chance to get home and spend time with their family. The biggest issue as of now is the Canadian border. The border is still closed, so that is a huge issue in the NHL, which has 7 Canadian teams. One idea is an all-Canadian division for the next season. Some crazy ideas were thrown around on how they should start the new season. One rumor that was very interesting was the season to start with an outdoor game on Lake Louise in Canada. The rumors seem to have faded off now due to all the uncontrolled variables that could come into play. Another exciting rumor are new alternates that many teams are possibly working on. A retro reverse series is the plan, with teams getting a 4th alternate sweater. These jerseys will use a classic jersey from the team, but then reverse the color scheme. Some of the supposed leaked jerseys are the Penguins, Flyers, and Canadians, with plenty of other concepts being thrown around. For the 25th anniversary as a club, the Arizona Coyotes are doing a full retro look on ice for the 2021 season. They'll bring back the Crescent Moon logo at center ice for the entire season. Then, for 25 of their home games, they will be repping this jersey right here, the Kachina. Next time, I will give an in-depth look into the upcoming season, looking into statistics and just maybe some of the interesting betting lines for next year. So that brings us back to even strength. This is NHL Powerplay and Peter Warner with SMU TV.
Thanks, Peter, for that update. In other hockey news on Wednesday, the Dallas Stars announced their new alternate jerseys for next season. The new colors are skyline green and back in black. This will be the first time the Stars are wearing neon green, which was inspired by the Dallas skyline. And the black base color is a return to how the Stars jerseys looked for their first 20 years in Dallas. According to the team, the jersey is, quote, inspired by the city of Dallas and designed for Texas, end quote. Up next, find out the latest on the MLB World Series from Arlington.
cheer is meeting new people and being able to have friends that I'm really close with and spend a lot of time with during the week.
I think the best part about being on SMU Cheer is getting to be on a team that's so good and getting to learn new stunts and new skills and to be surrounded by incredible people.
I like being on cheer because I like being able to represent my school. I think that it's really important to make your school look the best it can, and so I love being able to be in the spotlight and show how great SMU is.
For more information, visit the SMU Cheer website.
Baseball season comes to an end, and for the first time in 32 years, the Los Angeles Dodgers are World Series champions. The Dodgers defeated the American League champion Tampa Bay Rays 3-1 in Game 6 of the World Series, clinching their Title IV games to 2. Off-season signing Mookie Betts proved to be worth every penny of his contract. Betts scored the go-ahead run in the 6th inning and ensured the Dodger win with a home run to deep center field in the 8th. But it was shortstop Corey Seager who earned World Series MVP after hitting for an average of .400, along with a pair of home runs and 5 clutch RBIs. The Dodgers' third baseman Justin Turner was pulled off the field late in Game 6 after testing positive for COVID-19. Turner did not immediately get to celebrate with his team after winning the series, but was allowed to return to the field to see the trophy and take pictures about an hour after the game. Well, that's it for this edition of Press Pass. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest on sports. And as always, be sure to keep up with your Hilltop sports by checking out smudailycampus.com. You can catch Press Pass and other SMU TV shows on Channel 9 on University Park Cable. That does it for this week's edition of Press Pass. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next time for all the latest happenings in SMU sports. We'll see you back here November 11th. Pony up, Mustangs!
SMU TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters: Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, Advance ER off West Lovers Lane, Tootsie's of Dallas in the Plaza at Preston Center, and North Park Center in Dallas. We appreciate your support of student media.